Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to Connect Scholar. Today we are going to learn how to write introduction for your research paper. So far we have covered so many topics related to research, like what is research, what is the importance of research, who can conduct research, how to select topic of research, and now we are studying how to write the introduction of research. Our next few videos will also be on the topic of research, like the research methodology, research study designs, and actually everything regarding research we're going to cover in this series, and I hope this will help you out. Let's get started with our topic. First of all, let's understand what's the purpose of introduction. So introduction gives the background or the context of what kind of study you're going to perform. The introduction part, since it's the very starting part of your paper, it also tells why is this topic important, why it is important to study it, what kind of study gap is existing in this kind of topic, and it also leads to your research question or the aim and objective of your study. The very first thing that you're going to do before writing your introduction is to do a literature survey. By literature survey, we mean here that you have to search for articles, for similar articles as the topic that you have selected to work on. You have to look for other authors' work, and you have to go through those articles, and after that you have to write your own introduction. For searching articles, you can use websites like Google Scholar, PubMed, ResearchGate, and others. Once you finalize a few articles that are of your interest and related to your topic closely, you can shortlist them and save them for using later. This way your literature survey has completed, and now you can start writing your introduction part. You will go through those articles again. You will take a few lines from their introduction part and you will write those lines in your article. And no, this is not copying at all. This is a rule of research that you're not allowed to use your own words in the introduction part. You always have to take lines from the other author's work, and you have to give reference of everything that you're mentioning in your introduction part. You can take important points, facts and figures from the relevant articles that you might have read from other authors. Now here we have to understand a very important thing. For writing an introduction, you must have command on your language. You must make sure that the way you're writing your introduction is similar to writing an essay. Although the main difference is that the lines you are using here are not composed by you yourself, but you are asked to use someone else's line. And those lines can be like, the first line can be from one article and the next line can be from the other article. We'll understand this thing as we go through these slides right now. So what I'm trying to say here is that you must know how to connect sentences, how to connect two different things, and how to keep your reader hooked to your text, to your introduction part. Now, if you have ever read a research article, you must have seen that people start their articles from a broad perspective and then they narrow it down. Let's take an example of diabetes. If someone's research topic is related to diabetes, they will mention that how the global burden of diabetes is increasing, and then they will mention how it's increasing in Pakistan and how disastrous it could be if not controlled on time. Further, the person will also discuss what type of diabetes is increasing, in which age group is it increasing, and actually whatever suitable points they would find, they can or they will add those into their introduction part, only if they have good command on how to organize words and sentences in a good way. After explaining all the points, they will certainly tell their research angle. In the introduction part, we are supposed to show the importance of our topic. Let's take the example of diabetes again. As I said, we have to tell why is diabetes important to be studied further, who is affected by it, and what can happen if it's not studied further. As I said, you have to keep writing it like an essay, connect one line with the next line, and just try to stay on the topic. Don't beat about the bush. Now, here's another very important thing, that whatever lines you're taking from someone else's article, you need to paraphrase those. Now, our next video is going to be on the topic of paraphrasing. So we'll discuss it in detail in that video. For now, let's go to our next slide. Referencing and citation. As I said, we need to give references of every line that we are taking from someone else's article. The references in your introduction can be whether numbering style or the et al style, depending upon the requirements of your university or your journal that you're going to publish your article in. Secondly, For now, you have to mention the number or at all reference only in the introduction part, but you have to mention the entire referencing details, the entire citation at the very end of your research article under the heading of references. Next is objective. So the aim or objective of your study defines what actually you are going to look for in this study. Here I have listed a few extra tips for writing a strong introduction. You need to keep it concise and to the point. You should avoid unnecessary repetition, maintain logical flow of ideas, connect things properly, connect sentences properly, use proper referencing because that's very important, and also revise after writing your methodology and results as well. You must make sure that your introduction part is relevant to your study. We will soon conduct a live workshop on the introduction writing, inshallah. This was all from my side today. Our next two very important videos are going to be on the topic of paraphrasing, and the next one will be on the topic of objective and aim, both of which are connected to the introduction part. Make sure you don't skip those videos. Until then, if you liked this video, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and share it with your friends as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to contact us at the given email address. Until then, Allah Hafiz.